What up, people? How's everybody doing on this Tuesday evening, baby? Was there maintenance tonight? There was no maintenance tonight, right? I don't think there was, because I popped into popped into Cade's for a tiny bit earlier. Didn't seem like there was maintenance. Sip, 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 sip. ABG is a rare comment, but I'm always watching my TV walk around myself, and we're talking about nearly 2 years of that. Damn, dude. Anyways, what up? You're late. I am late. You're right. You are correct. You are correct. Miguel was the first one here, though, followed by Enzo, DZ, Nomada Panda, Dark Phantom, Fanzy, Panda Man Poot. Dragon sent over $2 immediately. Rapid fire saying boop boop boop. I'm imagining that's how it comes out. It's a little bit different tone for each of the boops. Boop boop. Dragon, thank you very much for the 2. Been sending over super chats rapid fire this past few streams. Thank you so much. The only thing, there's only one way to really respond to that, which is snap. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Lakers bodyguard Beaver, what is going on? Are you excited for Alliance Wars Season 10? Season 10? We still have like 2 weeks to go in Season 9, right? And then like two more weeks off season, something like that. I am kind of excited for it, though, yeah. Alliance Wars, you know, we've been taking things super casually. And I would be nice to maybe not go as casual with it. I don't know. I feel like at the same time, some people have really been enjoying the super casualness of war, and I've been enjoying it myself. Don't get me wrong, but it's gonna be weird when season 10 comes out. We'll see what changes are there to the rewards and all that. And it could possibly be something that splits some people from the Alliance. It's the only thing that scares me a little bit. What's up, Donut Cop? May have taken this filter too far, Pete. You definitely did take the filter too far, yes. Yes. What's up, Croy? Finally awake for a stream. Yes, dude. Welcome. Alright. Let's let's do a tweet. Let's tweedle a D. Dearest hot Marvel champions. What to say? What to say? What to say? What to say? Emotions run high this evening. Why? No reason. Other than this, no, I shouldn't say that. Let's stick there. Actually, do I want to say this? Yeah, okay, whatever. I already started it. I'm not gonna go back now. No reason, but the channel members have a new custom banana face emoji to express their sorrows. Let's go with that. As I am now life. Okay. Articast throwing the first one out there. Oh man, that's the first time I've seen it in the chat like that, all small. What do you guys think? Kind of reminds me of a Squidward banana face or something. Out of chaos sent over $2 as well. Thank you very much. I'll get that set in just a sec. I gotta hide this before I actually hit tweet. And I'm gonna throw in the banana face. Okay, didn't want to show my files in the in the tweet. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Yeah, I got rid of the croissant. The croissant thing, it didn't work. It didn't work out. It was cool and everything, but I couldn't tell what it actually was when it was all small and everything. It didn't look like some banana croissant thing. It just looked like I don't even know what. Alright. It's funny, like the larger version of it, you could tell it was kind of a rush job a little bit. Cause yeah, man, like the the coloring and stuff like that, it is not perfect. These circles are not as round as they could be. This was just like some freehand. All right, let's do this. Okay, yeah, that's it. All right. Anyway. Hey Natch, re-upping that that membership, dude. Hey Natch, thank you very much. I will use the not sad banana face to represent my feelings about you re-upping that membership, dude. Welcome back. Thank you very much. Please continue to enjoy your banana. All right, let's do some stuff, man. Let's do some stuff. How does Punisher's Endured work? I don't know. I don't know exactly what ability that is. Oh wait, that's the I thought you were talking about the Punisher 2099 guy. You're talking about like the red Punisher from the red Punisher, the skill Punisher from Arena Crystals, right? There's just a chance upon dying for him to go to survive, you know, to not die basically for 8 seconds, to not go below one health. If you can bypass it though, if you kill him with a damage over time effect like a bleed, you know. I sent you to the store for tweezers. You came back with 2 bags of frosted cereal. Congratulations. It's true. That is also true. Yes, that did happen today. Bonesaw and Hoochie Wife hitting that that member button, re-upping, because that is not a first time member either, right? Bonesaw and Hoochie Wife. Thank you very much. Welcome back. I will toss the happy banana face to you too. Membership updated. Woo! Dude. Welcome back with your banana bush and all. You like my Act 6 team? Yeah, dude. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but that's pretty interesting. Yeah, here we go. This is your Act 6 team. Magneto, Blue Cyclops, Moon Knight, World War II, Cap, and Cable. Looking solid, dude. Looking solid. Okay, let's go do stuff though. Hey Brian, what's my favorite kind of bread? Rye. Evening, sir. Is that just you tell me your favorite kind of bread, or is there a joke that's just going right over my head? I can't tell. But what's up, Royal? What's up, Lags? Brian, you need a haircut. You're beginning to look like Panda Man's Petra? What? Are you saying my hair is as long as Pete's? You're not wrong. I thought I was going to say banana, but I didn't. You fool. Wow. I did not think you were going to say banana at all. Last time I read my Sun Pole was 6-star. Oof. Rip. I've been doing a lot of hoarding / arena grinding, so I have a lot of crystals. Awesome, man. Awesome. When are they gonna pop stuff? Petra? Jeez, I heard Petra through the wall. Correction from my wife. Okay. According to BG, there are only 2 emotions. Well, yeah, pretty much. What other emotions could there possibly be? Is it true that you are a banana? Well, they say you are what you eat, right? So, I mean, sort of, yeah. Recommendation on Act 5 100% versus Act 6 first run. If you could do the first run of Act 6 and get the Cavalier title, you know, the sooner you can get that title, the sooner you start reaping the rewards. As long as you can keep yourself from popping open the Cavalier crystals and stuff like that. So yeah, you know, if you can do that, I recommend doing that before putting the time and energy to 100% Act 5. But that's a big if. You know, Act 6 is tough. There's quite a step up, in my opinion, in that first chapter of Act 6. And like if you know, I do not recommend blowing a ton of items to get through or something like that. So if it starts to get too difficult for you, using too many items, no problem. Just back out, go to Act 5, get the resources from Act 5, and then take it on over to Act 6 and try again. Alright, I still have a bunch of energy that I want to dump somewhere, which I guess is going to be here before we get to the arena. Hey BG, what do you think about Co-Obsidian? I know you're not in the CC program, but there have been a lot of awesome videos put out. Will you be grinding for them? Only the 4-star for me. Well, 4 and 3-star, but not 5-star. I think he looks cool. I think he looks great, in fact, both visually and, you know, in terms of his abilities and stuff like that. I think he's fantastic. But number one, I'm going to be traveling both days, or both rounds, a little bit during both rounds, so don't really have the opportunity to do that grind, even if I wanted to. And number two, even if I wasn't traveling, I don't know if I necessarily would be grinding for him. One of the downsides, if you want to call it a downside, is that he is a Cosmic Champion, and there's already a lot of good Cosmic Champions. I have 3 565 Cosmic Champions myself, and none of them are Corvus, which, you know, I'd still like to make Corvus one of my 565s eventually if I could ever pull the dude. So, you know, there's a ton of Cosmic Champions. I also think another downside to him is his sustainability is not great. Doesn't have the immunities, doesn't have a way to heal. Low-ish block proficiency. We'll just say low, not even ish. It's pretty low compared to some of these champions that have like 64, 65 plus. Where I would say like 64, 65. That's kind of the average. And then some of these other champions coming out with high 60s, low 70s even. And this dude has like high 50s. I don't know what his block proficiency is going to be as a 5-star. Is that on the Aunt May website? Check that out real quick, actually. If I could find that info. I don't know if that's part of the info there. But we shall see real quick. I do think he's great, though, and I think a lot of people are gonna try to get him. There may be some heartbreak there, as, you know, of course, can't always get what you want. Okay, it does show the block proficiency, but in the ratings, it is low. It is low. Let me see. Okay, so a tiny increase between the 4-star and 5-star, but not much. Should have pulled you guys in on it. Let me see. So This is a 565 right here. 5-star rank 5. Change it to a 4-star. Yeah, like that's pretty low. I guess Crossbones also has low though. Look at that, man. Same. Here we go though. Cyclops coming in with that 3556. This is like that average block proficiency that I was talking about. Alright, anyway. Poop, did Brian read word? There was a word? No, I did not read the word. And Demiak saying, I promise it's... wait. It's important, I promise, for your last one. What is the last one? Is that Jay Divine? What up, Bry Guy? With my Domino rank up today, I now have my second 565. Her and Void leading my profile. Roster developing well. Nice, dude. Very nice. Okay. Hold on. Brian, I have... two extremely important questions for you. It is imperative that you answer honestly. 1, vampires or werewolves, and 2, thoughts on dragons. Well, dragons are way cooler than either vampires or werewolves, possibly cooler than them combined even, I would say. So, yeah, dragons are up there, man. Dragons are awesome. Between vampires and werewolves, it's got to be werewolves, dude. Have you ever seen Teen Wolf? Possibly not. I think it came out before you were born. I think it might have came out before I was born even. I think it came out in like the mid 80s. The one that I'm talking about, at least, I think there's been remakes or something. Teen Wolf. Oh, this is a TV show now. Okay. Alright, the Teen Wolf I'm talking about, yeah, it came out in 1985, 2 years before I was born, with Michael J. Fox. Okay, where's the word? Word equals bustard. Bustard? Bustard is blue mustard. Everyone knows that. I see you hit me with an easy one today compared to the previous super difficult ones. There have been a lot of difficult ones lately. Oh, BG did variant 2, chapter 1, 100%. Got a cosmic 3 to 4 gem. Also have a cosmic 2 to 3 gem. Venom? Definitely Venom, dude. Hell yeah. Congrats. Congrats, man. The cosmic 2015 gem, one of the best ones you could have pulled. Alright, let's keep this going. Yeah, blue mustard. It's blue mustard. Easy. Done. Is it a bird? Oof. Well, it could be a bird if it's not blue mustard. Bustard, noun, a large, heavily built, swift-running bird. Oh, it was a bird. Found in open country in the old world. The males of most bustards have a spectacular courtship display. Oh, well, now I want to see that. Damn it. If only we were on Twitch right now, I'd look up a video of bustard. What the heck? What is a flock of bustard called? Is there a name for a flock of bustard? Brian Cooper Black Order said it over $5 saying, hey BG, been busy with work last couple months, missed catching you live, brother. Glad the move went well, about to join as a member. Much love, Banana Man. Dude, good to see you first off. And second, thank you very much for the 5. Hope it's been the good kind of busy, man. Hope it hasn't been hope life hasn't been, well, we all know it can get busy in the bad way sometimes, but I hope it has not been. I hope it's been great for you. It's good to see you, man. Thank you very much for the 5. Dude, oh man, I never updated Articast. I totally screwed you. Because I never updated the Big D. It should have looked like this, and it did not look like that. I'm sorry, man. I don't know what got into me that I forgot. But now we're changing it. Dude, thank you very much. Once again for the 5. Alright. Let's hit the arena. Say no more. Send you a vid of me doing the Bustard courtship dance. Tarp was a good idea. I refreshed my Twitter, but it's not there. You must have sent it through the through private message. I'll check that later. Sent it privately on Discord or something. All right. Oh man, Articast sending over 3 with the sad banana face. Oh man, damn it. That face cracks me up. Perfect use of it. Perfect use of it. Articast, thank you so much, dude. Via chat roulette, correct. Okay, alright, I'll check that later. Alright. And Black Order, you were not kidding. You did join. You did hit that member button. Welcome. Please enjoy your banana, both happy and sad, and pineapple face, and Gunthers, and Flarpas, and Spookies, and Lolas, and all that good stuff. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Darkside Saints sent it over $1 saying, did you see what I tweeted you about Corvus versus Sinister earlier? My Twitter handle is Compton Cooper. I don't think so. I see that you just sent over a tweet. I don't know if I could watch that. Just because it is, I don't know, it's weird. I'm scared of the YouTube overlords smacking me down. Hold on though. I'm trying to find. Oh, this. I didn't get a chance to watch this. I actually did see that you tweeted something over. But I didn't get a chance to watch this, and I can't just because it's a. I'm afraid to watch YouTube videos on YouTube, so I can't watch it right now. Just because, yeah. If not that I think that you would do it, but if someone wanted to, they could like complain to YouTube, and then I would be banned off of YouTube live streaming for like 9 months or something like that. I don't know, man. YouTube's crazy. YouTube's crazy. But I'll try to take a look at it later. All right, let's hit the arena. Thank you for the $1 too. Got 4-star Blade and Stark Spidey. Which should I rank 5 for Act 5? I'd go with Blade personally. There's a lot of villains in Act 5. Blade he does really well there. Stark Spidey's great too, of course, but I would start with Blade, especially if he's awakened. Even if he's not awakened, I'd still pick him probably. But you know, if he's awakened, that sustainability is just gonna help you out more so than the glass cannon-ness of Stark Spidey in most cases. Shoni Dunk sending over a couple bucks saying 5% away from 100% Act 5. Thanks for the advice. Dude, awesome, man. You're almost there. Only 5% to go. Very nice. Thank you very much for the 2. Good luck finishing up. I believe in you. You could do it. If you're this close, you can definitely do it. Brian, because I apparently hate myself, I've been playing League of Legends again with friends, not just by myself. Well, anyways, they just released a magical cat character. Do I want it? How do you get characters in that game? Do you have to buy the characters? I think you do, right? I've only played League of Legends like 2 games in my entire life. I think they start you with a pool. Is it a rotating pool? Is it like I know it came out before Heroes of the Storm, but is it like Heroes of the Storm where there's like a rotating pool that everyone has access to, and then you like earn the characters or something like that? I really can't remember. You check Twitter. I've been trying to get you to see my tweet all night. Swaggy Sposter, have you? What did you put on Twitter? Hang on. Hold up. Hold up. Give me 1 sec. Alright. Wait, what the heck is this star? How can you say no to a face like this? What? That's a face? Alright, anyway. Okay, Swaggy's Poster, here we go. Took 4-star Ronin to rank 5, and I might have hit a little milestone. What do we got? Oh, dude, congrats on the 1,000,000. Very nice, man. Very, very nice. That is not a little milestone. That is a big milestone. Congrats, man. Okay, girls are leaving BG. They're sad to see you go. Hashtag all my messages lost. Heh. I'm not sure what that's in reference to, or I'm guessing it has the other messages, whatever, but sorry I missed him. BG, will my 6-star Corvus Glaive help me in Act 5? Just pulled him 2 days ago. I mean, he should, right? It's Corvus Glaive with my 4v5 Ghost. No. Corvus? No, he's terrible. He's probably the worst champion in the game. He's not going to help at all. Not even in the slightest. Especially a 6-star. Now, you got to get... If you want a Corvus to help you, you got to pull him as a 7-star. Yeah, this game moves pretty quick sometimes. You gotta catch up. Gotta get that 7-star. No, of course it's gonna help. Gonna crush it. I think his bodyguard sent it over too, saying Feliz Cumpleaños, Senor Beaver. That's happy birthday, isn't it? I think it's happy birthday, you son of a... How dare you? How dare you wish me birthday happiness in another language? But thank you very much for the 2. Grind for coal on Thursday? I'm not grinding, no. I will be going for the 4-star, but not the 5. I got no choice. I'm traveling. I'm almost happy that I'm traveling, because if I wasn't traveling, I don't know, man. I don't know if I could resist the grind. But, yeah, traveling. BG word equals... Nope. Sorry, I will not be... I only do 1 word of the night, and Star has the word thing. Plus that, I think that's 2 words. Musa... Is that even... Is that a different language? I can't even tell. Either way. My brain can only handle so many new words. I'm sorry. When will our little pupper stop being so dumb? The answer is never. She will always stomp into her water and smack her head into the wall to get her cookies. Yep. Good to watch you live, Brian. Sammy, what's up? How you been, dude? How you been? Good to see you. Free to play like you. Thanks for all the advice. How to play smart with rank ups and arena. No problem, dude. Glad I could help it some way. Pro tip for those who don't know, co-obsidian is affected by Magneto's magnetize ability. You're welcome. He is hashtag metal, right? I saw that. I did see that. So Magneto, the obvious counter to the guy, right? It's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's just BG. It's not the first time I've heard that. I have been mistaken for, mistake. For Superman in the past. I'm lying, it's never ever happened, of course not. Come on, please don't pop your special, thank you. Brian Cooper back order set it over $2 saying forgot to ask how's Lola and Laura. Hope life's good. Oh, they're good, dude. They're good. Right now, by the sounds of it, because I can kind of hear them a little bit. Well, I can't hear Lola, but I think Laura's got a bowl of food, something or other. And Lola was either given a whole bunch of treats to, to go to bed, because that's like the nighttime ritual with Lola, is throw a bunch of cookies in her crate, which she loves, man. She loves that crate. Looks forward to it all day. Or that's not going to be till later. But dude, thank you very much for the additional 2. I'm going to update this Big D in just a sec. As soon as Blade stops being a son of a B Manny and goes down. Die. Thank you. But yeah, everyone's good. We're enjoying a new place and all that. Still have some setting up to do. We're like mostly set up, but it is a different space, so we gotta kind of figure a few things out still. I swear I recall you saying you're grinding for his 5-star the other day. Nope, not me. Cade is going for him. Cade is going for Cole. I don't. Yeah, Legacy. I think Legacy's going. Yeah, now I remember. Legacy's going for him, but going for the crystals. I don't think he's doing another big grind. So Legacy's gonna pop some crystals. I don't know if Hector said he was gonna grind for him. He might have been throwing his grinding hat into the ring. I have one final left to take, and it's the one I'm dreading the most. Chemistry. Ooh, Roboto. Good luck, dude. Chemistry can be pretty tough. I don't see much Voodoo gameplay anymore, and you probably won't, not on this channel at least. Maybe on other channels, but I'm not a fan of Voodoo so much. BG, where'd you move to? We're still in the Seattle area. We're just, you know, moved like 15 minutes away from where we previously were. Only at 196 rounds combined in this round of arenas, and my fingers are killing me. Playing a coal grind. Am I deaded? You might be deaded, yeah. If 196 is killing you, dude, that arena, get ready to multiply that by 10 right there, man. I don't know. Okay, maybe that's a bit much. Maybe not multiply by 10, but it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of grinding. It's gonna be a lot. Do you have any good video recommendations for getting Infinite Streak in any of the arenas? I do have an Infinite Streak video. It's a little bit old at this point, but the info there is still valid for the 4-star basic arena. I made the video back when there was only 2 arenas, a 3-star and a 4-star arena, and the 4-star arena became the 4-star basic, and then Kabam just added more arenas on top of the ones that we have. But the info there, it teaches you how to get the Infinite Streak, some of the common words you'll hear when people are talking about the arena, some things like that, breaks it all down. Still good info, and once you know the Infinite Streak for one arena, you kind of know it for all of them. There's a little bit of variations in terms of like the champions you use, but it's the same concept everywhere. So I recommend checking that out still. Brian, I don't remember where I got all these energy refills, man. I'm almost done with all the event quest stuff that I can do. I'm capped on refills and have 20 in overflow. Too much energy. What to do? Help. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I might have some. I might have like 1 energy refill on the overflow myself, which is nowhere near 20. But I know we got some from like the compensation or whatever. I'm sure that added to the overflow. I don't know where the rest of yours came from, though. Good luck, dude. I don't know. Yeah, this month is very long. I wish we got an extra week on the last month's event and 1 less week on this month's event, you know? Balance things out a little better. Because last month was pretty fast. If you weren't popping refills, you weren't completing things, it felt like. Whereas this month, I don't know if I popped any refills. I don't think I did. And yeah, I'm almost done with all the difficulties myself. I do still have the special event thing to go through and stuff, but month is a little weird. A little weird. Then again, maybe they'll come out with something else towards the end of the month here. Probably not, but maybe they'll have some type of celebrity challenge. That wouldn't take a lot of energy either, though. APG, I have a Darkhawk, Sentinel, and a Star-Lord. Would you use an Awakening Gem on any of them, or should I wait for Stark Spidey? I wouldn't use it on Star-Lord. It'd be between Darkhawk and Sentinel for me personally. It's kind of personal preference between the two. They're both very strong and capable robots. The one thing I can say about the two champions that may help you decide is that Sentinel does not need a high Sig level. He just needs Sig level 1. Just needs to be awake, and that's it. Whereas Darkhawk, I feel like he needs high Sig level for you to see a lot of the benefits of his awakened ability. And a lot of his power comes from the awakened ability. I even sometimes say like he needs to be high Sig level to be played, but that might be taking things too far. You know, if you have if your roster is pretty developed, you might not like him unless he's high Sig, but not everyone's roster is super developed and all that. So yeah, hope that helps at least. Dimic, did you get the 12k Unit Act 6 deal that came with 20? Did you? Because I don't think you did, Dimic, right? I spent 8 tier 4 basic and ranked up a 4-star Infinity Man from rank 3 to rank 5 for the monthly quest shards. Went back in to claim and forgot to claim before rank 5ing. Got nothing, F Kabam and this Effery. Dude. Yeah. I almost got caught with that myself. If people weren't here to warn me. Man. Yeah, that system's just a little bit weird to me. Where, like, you're clearly completing the objectives, but because you didn't hit claim while doing it, it's just weird. I wish it wasn't like that. I wish it wasn't like that. I wish there was, like, at least a... No, yeah, I just wish it wasn't like that at all. I wish it just let you... Okay, like, I wish it just saw, like, okay, you did take a champion at rank 5, during, you know, while this objective was active, even if it was another tier of the objective. It's just weird. Honestly, I hate this month's event. I feel so unmotivated to log in because it's so boring and tedious, and it's pretty weak rewards. Wish we had boss rush or a challenge, but we had Thanos. Or is that IG? Is IG? I guess. I guess we had Thanos. Is that what that is? Yeah, this month hasn't been the most interesting of months for sure, man. The community's definitely feeling it. It's like you could tell like there's just less interest overall. Whoa. Hold on a sec, guys. Hold on a sec. I'm sorry, I just got an email from PayPal saying I added a phone number that I definitely did not add. And now I need to change my information real quick. What the hell, dude? Great. Hang on. I feel like this has happened before, also while live streaming, or maybe that was for a different site. I don't know if it's ever happened with PayPal before, which is a little bit more serious than just some random... Wait, what the hell? Okay. Well, that's even more bizarre because this is not for my PayPal that I use. I have two different PayPals, and it's not the PayPal that I use for, like, connected to my YouTube stuff. It's a different one, which I don't even know if I have money in that account. Gotta love dealing with this nonsense, you know? Yeah, there's no money in this account. That's the weirdest thing, man. And like there wasn't any money is what I mean, you know? It's not like there was money in this account and it got taken or something like that. Like I haven't used this account in I don't know how long. I think I'm just gonna is there a way to close this out or something? Jeez. I remember why I had this account. I had this. I just looked at the date. The date joined for this account, and it was right before Diablo 3 came out, and it was because Diablo 3 had a real money auction house, and I think you had to have like a PayPal connected to it or something like that. That's pretty funny, man. Not funny that somebody tried to hack it or whatever, but okay. Account closed. Well, sorry about that, guys. A little distraction from the stream real quick. Okay. So we looked at email on phone, but yeah, I did. All right. Wait, what? If you follow the link, they're stealing your login info, so go into your real PayPal and change your info. Well, not like I didn't follow a link in like my phone or something like that, if that's what you're talking about. Like I saw an email on my phone, then used browser. If I'm maybe not understanding what you're talking about, let me know if you think I screwed something up security-wise. Black Order sent over $3 more saying it wasn't me, BG. Hope to meet you at NYCC. Well, thanks, man. I do not think it was you trying to hack my my old PayPal account. But thank you very much, dude. And yeah, man, I'll be going. I still gotta get my press pass all sorted out because they shot me down, man. They told me to get a different type of pass. They denied me, so I'm trying to contact them and be like, I kind of need a press pass. Or hope I can get a press pass at least, so yeah. But dude, thank you very much for the now 10. Thank you. Alright, let's get back to this grind, man. That nonsense. ABG, thanks for your arena tips from a couple weeks ago. It helped me get 4-star Ronin. Nice. Awesome. Somebody hack my PayPal and buy an Air France plane ticket. PayPal is amazing and fixed everything within 20 minutes over the phone. Yeah, PayPal is pretty good about that. That's why I'm not like, you know, I did want to get on top of it real quick, but I know they're really good about stuff like that, so like it wasn't something that I was super concerned with. But yeah, I'm just happy to kind of shut things down completely for that old account. I should have done that anyway. Shouldn't have been open still. I mean, it was attached to a to an email I still used and all, but yeah, there's no reason for it anymore. Should I get my 4-star Symbiote Supreme to 565? Wait, you're 4-star. Or is that 5-star? Because I duped today. Actually want to get him up. What would you do? Well, Symbiote Supreme's a great champion. Legacy makes content with Symbiote Supreme all the time. If you want to see Symbiote Supreme in action, he just uploaded a war video with him in it today, in fact. So, yeah, if you want to rank him up, go for it. I do think he's a little bit of a little bit more of a niche character where you're not going to use him for every fight, but during the times you need him, he's quite powerful. They're going to say it was fun to pay PayPal. Yeah. Way to see you do your taxes. Oh, you should see it. Very exciting. It was his MCOC PayPal. Free to play. Yeah, that's true. That's what it was. That's what it was. That's the PayPal connected to all the units that I've bought over the years. This 5-star I got, Night Thrasher. I know he has good synergy with Ghost Rider. How would you say he is? Does Night Thrasher have good synergy with Ghost Rider? I know Darkhawk has good synergies with Ghost Rider, and Darkhawk has good synergy. Well, yeah, Darkhawk has a powerful synergy for Night Thrasher. I don't know, Night Thrasher. He's kind of interesting. He's a good example that you don't always need to play like the most common champions to you know, successfully take down some strong encounters in this game, I would say. Like, he is capable of dishing out some good damage, has some decent utility and all that, when paired up with the right champions. But he's also not quite as powerful as some of the more commonly seen champions. That's kind of my overall thoughts on him. I don't have a high level one myself to have any like real first-hand experience outside of like the 3-star that I tested a little bit. Best champions for Road to the Labyrinth. Sustainable damage over time champions work out against like the safeguard nodes. You could also use champions that lower defensive ability accuracy for things like that. Power controlling champions can be pretty effective against the spite nodes in there. So yeah, there's a bunch of different champions that kind of fit in regards to that. I would say Blade is quite powerful for Road to the Labyrinth. You know, back when Road to the Labyrinth first came out, some of the more powerful champions included, you know, like X23 and stuff like that. These days, there's a lot more champions that you could certainly use. Any, you know, like I said, any generally sustainability, power control, and lowering defensive accuracy and damage over time abilities. That's kind of what you're looking for. There's a lot of champions that fit the bill there. How would you guys rate the Venom and Darkhawk synergy? Very powerful. Very, very powerful. One of my favorite synergies because it's not just against villains, it's not just against heroes, it's against both. So yeah. And of course, you know, there's other champions besides heroes and villains in this game, so it doesn't quite cover everyone, but it covers a lot of the champions. 1 power control and ability accuracy / evasion reduction without requiring debuffs. Yeah, that's right. There's some debuff immunity in there too, right? So I take a break and uninstall, so get my FCOC fix through your stream. All right, man. Sounds good. Good to still have you in here. Sorry that FCOC was no longer doing it for you. Hey BG, did you say live in Seattle, or that you live in Seattle? If so, I'm only 30 minutes away in Tacoma. Yeah. Yeah, I've been here for about a year and a half now. Actually, a tiny bit over a year and a half now. I was in New Jersey for the longest when this channel first started. I was in New Jersey. You're not gonna die, really? You got bleeds on you, son of a. But yeah, you know, my entire life grew up in New Jersey, and then the past year and a half I've been in the Seattle area here. That's cool. We got another person in this area. I did a couple of meetups last year. Man, this year I had plans, just like I have plans for so many things. But I had plans to do more meetups this year. The goal was to have like 2 meetups a year. One in like the springtime, one in the summertime, ish, you know, maybe like early spring, early summer, something like that. And then like Comic-Con would be like the 3rd one of the year, even though of course that's not in the Seattle area. I'm talking about New York Comic-Con. But that was kind of the plan, and I did that last year, but this year it's been a little bit crazy with the move and some other things going on, so I don't know if a meetup's gonna happen this year, but maybe we'll get back to them next year. Certainly welcome to come. Brian, I have to go on a drive tomorrow to pick up a toddler. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried. What are you doing with a toddler? 2.5 hours in the car with grandmother, then 2.5 hours with grandmother and toddler. Which arena should I focus on? You're not going to be driving, are you? What is it? That's a weird sounding situation to be in. Because I don't know the full story here, but... you're in the car, picking up a toddler, but you don't have to drive. You're just the companion for the trip. Which arena should you focus on, though? You know, the 4 stars. Get them units. Why not, dude? Get them units. I found out more info about the wedding I'm going to up in area between Portland and Washington. Come end of summer. I have to remember to bug Laura about it. Okay. Never mind, BG, my perception of time sucks. Wow, it's been way longer than almost 2 years. Your top champs was X-Force Deadpool 4-star when I started watching you. Oh, damn, dude. Yeah, that was a while ago. Wow, man. Memories. When you first created the channel, how hard was it for you to get going strong? Pretty difficult. In terms of like subscribers and stuff like that, I was psyched to get my 12th subscriber, and that was after like the first 6 were people I knew in real life, like friends and family and stuff like that. I would just sit there, like I would upload a video, and then like the next day I would just like hit refresh and just keep hitting refresh and seeing if I get if anybody watched it and I gained a subscriber. It's tough. It's tough starting out. But you know, stick with it. Eventually things build up. Back then I had no plans of streaming. It was all through it was you know, just uploading videos which is the easier way to do it in my opinion. Like, I don't know, streaming, you can, like, there's ways to see, like, all of the MCOC live streams happening at one time, which I don't know if that function's always going to be there, because you could do that on, like, the YouTube gaming. You could just search for the game. I don't know what it's going to be like when that goes away. Hopefully you can still search for the game on, like, the regular YouTube, because it's apparently getting absorbed into just regular YouTube or something like that. I don't know. It's happening pretty soon, in like the end of the month here, I think. So you can kind of get some traction that way, get some people to notice your channel. But back then, man, I didn't think streaming for this game was gonna be a good idea at all. I thought it was gonna be a terrible idea. I had zero plans for that. UG, it's only May. There's still plenty of time for a meetup. Come on, Nancy. Let's get it going. We'll see, man. Like, I'm traveling back to the East Coast 4 more times in the next couple of months here. Like, it's, oh man, so much traveling to do. But yeah, the first trip is in a couple of days here. We'll see. I mean, it's not out of the question. It's not out of the question. I did talk to the GameWorks dudes. We're welcome back there and everything. We'd have to, you know, of course, set up a date and make sure they don't have that area reserved already or something like that. But we'll see. I don't want to make any promises, just because, yeah, this year's it's a little bit chaotic, man. It really is. What's up? I now have 3 of 6 quests, 5.4 fully explored, with Ultron being one of the fully explored chapters. Nice. Very nice. That was probably the most difficult quest in there, I think. The final one. So yeah, doing great. I've always considered creating a channel because I used to edit videos a lot, and my brother is a graphic designer. I don't know what game I would want to focus on though. Hey, go for it. Give it a shot. If you already have some experience editing videos, no matter what that experience is, I don't know if you're talking about like professional or just for fun or whatever. Like, just the fact that you have some experience, that's probably the most important thing, because it's scary, man. Like your first time trying to edit a video, not knowing what the hell to do, all these different programs that you could use, but you don't know which one that you should use and what type of content to make. It's like, I don't know, man. It's just, it's overwhelming, right? Starting up. But if you have some experience already, hey, give it a shot. I do not think it's like, I definitely don't think it's easy to get started though. It really isn't. Like, I don't know. I want to be encouraging, but at the same time, do want to be honest and say, like, well, I mean, it depends. It depends on what your goals are. Like, if your goals are just to, you know, make some videos around, like, the game that you're into or something like that, make some content, see where it goes, but, you know, not too worried about it being, like, becoming, like, a full-time thing for you or something like that, then, you know, I think that takes away a lot of the pressure, just to kind of screw around a bit, see if you like doing it. But if you are going into it with the intentions of, like, okay, I want, you know, this is what I want to do, it can take a while before you see a good build-up, good amount of views on videos and stuff like that. Have a meetup with your Chicago followers if we go into the East Coast. Well, hey, Chicago is not exactly East Coast. I'm flying over there. if we're meeting up, might have to be in a plane. BG, do you have a trash can nearby? If so, place all those excuses in there and let some of us help out to make it easier. Maybe we could do that. See Aaron Abdo in here. Alright, can we please just do it on a Friday this time, though? I don't want to take a day off from work again. I'll say I'll help and then probably not be able to do much if that helps, though. Well, that's great. It doesn't have to be on a Saturday. Hey, the first time we did it was on a Friday, right? BG, you ready for Comic-Con? 5 months left. Hector, man. It's coming quick. I still gotta get my press pass, man. Yeah, you want to be realistic about what people should expect from it. For me, I wouldn't be able to full-time thing because I'm a law student, but it could be fun. Okay. Yeah. I think that's the better way to do it anyway. To be honest, man, like just keeping it more for fun. I think eventually that's what I want to do. I kind of, you know, I feel like I'm gonna be playing games for the rest of my life. Even though if there was a period of time where I was kind of done with all games, but that's because I think. Actually, that's like another story entirely, actually. But I think I'm gonna be playing games my entire life, and I always want to be connected to whatever, you know, community I'm part of in some way. But I don't always want it to be like, you know, my YouTuber as like my job or whatever, you know, like full time. I'd rather just keep it to something that's just kind of fun to do on the side type of thing. BG, good evening. Jumping to arena with you. Welcome to the grind. Got approved and Lags did too. Just gotta book a place. Nice, dude. Yeah, I gotta talk to them, man. They did not approve me. Feels so weird. Maybe I was too confident, man. Maybe I was too confident. They gave me a press pass the last 2 years. I was like, oh yeah, this year I'll get it for sure. What? Nope. Food, drinks, all things gaming. You're talking about for the meetup? Meet halfway. I'll put up some money. I'll drive somewhere. Well, dude, if I'm doing a meetup, it's only either going to be in Seattle or for New York Comic-Con. Like those are the two places. And if you're gonna be traveling for one of them, I recommend Comic-Con just because that's like the big meetup of the year for the whole community, you know. The Seattle one, I mean, everyone's welcome, but there's a lot more going on in New York. Mine is mostly just to give the people on the West Coast a little taste of maybe taste is the wrong word there. I was gonna say it, like a taste of the community or something. That is definitely wrong. But you know, like it's tough to go to New York Comic Con if you're in this area. So yeah. That's all I mean. So I tried to bring some of what was at New York City to Seattle, which I don't have any more things to give out this year. All that stuff is gone. Kabam. The first time I did a meetup, Kabam sent me a whole box of goodies. To pass out and everything like that, which is pretty cool of them. It was mostly like the Comic-Con like leftover stuff, but it was still pretty cool. But yeah, now all that stuff's gone. I'm glad you guys make videos for us. Very good clips, and what the nodes do. Thanks again. Can now sleep good. Alright, Edgar. Thanks, man. Whatever game you're making videos over, I'll for sure give it a try. Good talking to PG. Have a good night. Alright, later, dude. I should also say that I don't know, like, certain games... I would have to be really into the game to actually make videos for it. Speaking of games and making videos and stuff, I guess now is as good a time as ever to talk about this. I am considering streaming a little bit on Twitch, not related to MCOC. Here's the thing, I don't think I like streaming other games besides MCOC. I don't know, I'm sure there are games that could like be really fun for it and stuff. Which is why I don't want to just say like, oh no, I definitely hate it or something like that, but I've done it a couple times where I just tried streaming like different games. And I don't know, I think I think I would have more fun just playing it off stream type of thing. But I kind of want to try it out. So I'm considering doing that at a very on a very casual level, not every day or anything like that. Just kind of screwing around. I don't know if anyone would be interested in that. I almost don't care if anyone's interested, to be honest. Like, I'm not trying to get a ton of people to watch me do whatever. It's more of just to see, like, oh, do I even enjoy this? Just to try it out for that, you know. Tasted some of the community. Tasted like dysentery with some long blonde panda hair in there and whiskey. That sounds about right. You just got your tweets that you're now live. Wow, Cody, just now. But you said you'd give me a sticker. Oh, I have stickers. The banana stickers? I have those. Those didn't come from Kabam. I'm talking about like the Kabam stuff I'm out of. Even if I was out of stickers, I would just buy more. I don't care. I've already bought like, I don't know. I've got a lot of those stickers. Sticker Mule has received hundreds of my dollars at this point in trade for banana stickers and other such goodies. Best use of money ever. After 4 years, I've decided to finally quit this game. The only thing that kept me around this long was the amazing community. Bam doesn't deserve us. They refuse to fix their game. Well, bummer, dude. Sorry to see you go. Whatever you do, keep your account in case you ever want to come back. Sometimes just having some time away from the game can be all you need to let things, maybe like bam, change some things that you weren't happy with or something like that. Check out the game again later. But I'm coming to the meetup. Can I crash on your couch? Real deal. If I had a couch, you would be able to crash on it, but I don't have a couch. So yeah. PC game? I'll join if it's free. I don't even know, Hector. I don't know, dude. Alright, here's why I'm considering it, because I really just like to play one game at a time, pretty much, when I'm playing games. And I don't want to stop playing MCOC. I'm not, like, looking for a new game to play or something like that. No, like, this is my game. But they just announced today the release date for the classic WoW servers. You guys... I don't know, people, I always wonder if people hate whenever I talk about WoW, because I'm sure most of you just don't care. But I really liked that game when it first came out. I thought it was great for the first few years, and then, funny enough, man, you know, Blizzard changed the game to appeal to more people, added tons of what people would consider quality of life changes, and that killed the game. For a lot of people. It certainly killed it for me. But for a lot of people, it killed it. Things that you wouldn't expect. Like, for example, you can mail items between between players in that game, right? There's mailboxes. You just tap on it, put whatever you want in there, and send it off, right? And it takes, you know, originally it took an hour for that mail to get to the other person. They changed that to being instant at some point. You think like, wow, great, this is awesome, you know, what a fantastic change. But oddly enough, man, it hurt the game. It hurt the game. There's a lot of little things like that. And you might be thinking, like, how can that possibly hurt the game? Well, the biggest part of that game, of what made that game good for a lot of people, was the strong community behind it. Similar to this game, right? Sound familiar? Turns out, that's how a lot of games are. Where, yeah, it's more just about the community than anything. And for World of Warcraft, that was certainly the case. And how did it hurt the community? Well, it taking an hour to get there, sometimes you just wanted it right away. So you'd be forced to interact with other people. You'd be forced to go into a city and find somebody who, like, maybe you were trying to get... maybe you were trying to buy a crafting material off of somebody or something like that, right? Well, now you have to actually interact. You actually have to type in the chats and actually meet up with people. It was like, I don't know, it's almost like how this is the first thing that came to mind to compare it to. This is a bad comparison, but I'm gonna say it anyway. It's almost like dating apps where it just kind of took away some of that personalness of it, where you could just go on like Tinder and just like swipe around, never actually have any like real interactions, something like that. I don't know, man. Like I said, bad example, but there was a ton of little things like that, and yeah, ended up just hurting the game overall. That stuff is all getting taken away, and I'm so excited for it, and I'm gonna play, but I'm gonna play on a pretty casual level. For what I would consider casual, at least, which is going to be like an hour or so a day or something like that. I'll probably play a bunch for like the first couple of days. Oh, so not even Tinder, but like an escort. Yeah, okay, maybe closer to that. It's just not a good example. But yeah, I'm gonna play for like one of the reasons why I'm thinking about streaming it, even though it would just be for like a pretty short amount of time, and I wouldn't be doing anything like super crazy in that game. That would, like, I don't know how entertaining it would be. Like, I was pretty good at it, and I would do mostly PvP stuff, which could be entertaining for people. I actually streamed that game a couple of times, like talking 2 or 3 times ever, but this is before Twitch was even a thing. So before Twitch was around, it was called Justin TV, and you know, I streamed like 2 or 3 times. Had no idea streaming was gonna be just, you know, as big as of a thing as it is now. And back then, when there weren't nearly as many people watching streams, during the first one, there was like 60 people watching. And which kind of blows me away, because 60 people back then, with like the streaming inflation or whatever, I don't know, I feel like that's like thousands by today's standards. So I don't know, maybe it would be entertaining. But the reason why I would even want to stream it is just so people would understand, I think, more than anything, about the way my brain works when it comes to this game. And why I like certain things the way they are, and why I understand that certain things have to exist or have to change. You know, it's like nodes in this game, right? I'm sure everyone would jump for joy if they just said, "Hey, we're going to take away all linked nodes in Alliance Quest. There's not going to be any more linked nodes in Alliance Quest or Alliance War. All of them gone." Everyone would be happy, I'm sure. I'd be like, well, no. We need linked nodes. You know, like, this is a bad call. It's those linked nodes that suck, but bring the community together, right? Nobody would have to download a third-party chat application to talk with one another. You wouldn't have these friendships and these connections. weird things like that. Things like just having things that can be like more difficult to achieve, having things that can be a little bit more exclusive, like taking away the featured 5-star crystal. Like my thoughts about it, and thoughts about it being a good thing to take away the old featured 5-star and introduce like this new one they have now. That all stems from like World of Warcraft, and just really disliking how like nothing's special in that game anymore. It feels like I haven't played in many years, but that's kind of how I was feeling with the featured crystal, where like everybody can just kind of get the champion, or I don't know. Kind of doing a poor job of explaining that one, but at one point they gave like every single character, every single class the same abilities. Basically, they just had like different names, but every single class could do all the things. Nothing was unique, you know, and that's kind of how it was feeling. Where like everyone had Blade, which haha, yeah, I know I didn't have Blade, but like everyone had Blade, and it wasn't special, you know, it wasn't unique, there's nothing interesting about it. Well, let's see. I was at the point of being 5 hours into war and ready to go on my path yesterday, but I had to wait until 20 hours into war until I could finish. Yeah, linked nodes suck. They're not perfect. They're not perfect, dude. I would love to see some improvement, dupes. Honestly, I don't think war needs linked nodes at all. I think only Alliance Quest needs linked nodes. I would be fine if Kabam was like, hey, we're gonna take linked nodes out of war, or just had them on like the bosses or something like that. I don't really care if they had them there. Farm for Perfect, they suck. Like I said, in war they do. I think they're fine the way they are in AQ now, at least. But I had a problem with them when Map 7 first came out. It was terrible, you know? It just has to be the right balance. There's still a lot that's wrong with this game. There's still a lot that's wrong with classic WoW, too. I'm not one of these people that's like, it's just about the nostalgia and it was perfect, and you know, some people don't want there to be like any changes for like when they bring back those servers and stuff like that. It's not how I feel at all. I think there was a lot of problems with that game. It's just when they solved some of those problems, they just pushed things way too far, you know? So like, yeah, I want Kabam to change the linked nodes in Alliance War. I also think part of the problem is not just the linked nodes, but also how long it takes to get started in war, because we can't see the enemies, you know? So revealing all of the defenders will allow us to jump in there a little bit more quickly. People won't get as stuck, hopefully. But some of it is the linked nodes too, you know? So yeah, things are not perfect, but I don't know. Like oh god, that neurotoxin. Well, he's almost dead at least. Oh god. There we go. But yeah, that's kind of the only reason why I'm considering streaming the other game, is just so that I don't know, man. Maybe it'd give people a little bit of a look into, because they also made things way easier over time, and I didn't like that either. They made things less unique, less interesting. It was like, you know, Blizzard was just holding your hand the later into the game. Well, not later into the game, but like the later into the game's development. So like the more expansions that would come out, it was they really just held your hand. They did everything for you. You didn't have to think much. That's how it felt. I didn't like that. Would WoW be on Twitch? Yeah, it would all be on Twitch. It would all be on Twitch. And I wouldn't make any YouTube videos. It would just be streaming on Twitch. And I don't know if I want to stream that game, period. So I kind of want to stream a tiny bit of other games just to see if I even like it, you know? So I don't know. BG agreed. The new map linked nodes should be removed except for mini bosses and boss great suggestion. Something like that, yeah. I mean, I did make a long video, a feedback video, and linked that feedback video to the on the war beta thing or whatever. I can't remember exactly what I said about the links. I don't know if I went. I can't remember. Yeah, I really can't remember what I said, but I wouldn't mind if they did that. I wouldn't mind at all. Let's see BG play Bendy and the Ink Machine on Twitch. I have never heard of that game. I think what I would do... I've kind of always wanted to try the Super Mario World ROM hacks. Which might be fun because I'm sure I'd get pretty frustrated playing those games. So, also Twitch would not be as family friendly as it is over here, you know. One of the reasons why things are more family friendly over here is because when I joined for Loki, the leader of the alliance, said, "Oh hey, my kids love to watch your videos." And his kids were like super young, and I'm just thinking to myself like, man, there probably is a lot of young kids that watch like crystal openings and stuff like that. Because he was just talking about the crystal openings, not even the other videos. And I realized, like, you know, after talking to a lot of other people, like, oh man, there's a lot of people that are kind of similar in age to me that maybe have some young kids and they're around and stuff like that. And all right, I hadn't really. It's not like I was saying a lot of bad. Like I hadn't really said any bad words in my videos up until that point anyway. So I was like, all right, well, let's just keep things a little more family friendly. But on Twitch, if I'm gonna be playing World of Warcraft, I'm gonna be talking trash and everything too. So we might as well not even try. There will be some F-bombs thrown around. The way I consider this stream is. There's nothing like, I don't know, some people say it's almost like fake if you're not cursing or something like that, which I think is ridiculous. The way I've always thought about it is I consider this stream as like a barbecue type of thing, where like if I'm at let's say I'm at a family barbecue and there's like some kids there and stuff like that, I'm not gonna like I'm just gonna try not to curse, but everything we talk about and all that stuff, like talking with adults and stuff, you know, like the meaning behind the words is not different or anything. BJ, I'm working Variant 2. Wow, is it easier than Variant 1? Did you do any video? Did not see them when I searched, but did not search your channel specific. Justin, I didn't do any specific videos. No, I just live streamed it and that was it. Sorry, I'm scrolling up quite a ways here, because I was just babbling on for a while and just saw your message now. Hope you're still in here. Keep it clean, BG. Well, like I said, over here it's always going to be as clean as can be. There's nothing here that like makes me want to curse either, man. I like the general vibe over here quite a bit. It would still be mostly the same vibe over there too, but I just like certain things. I know it's gonna be more fun to just start talking a little trash and stuff, you know. If I'm playing like a PvP game, you know. Was this joking? Okay, alright. Mod still swearing in chat, so how's this stream family? Friendly if my 10-year-olds can't read chat. I'm generally assuming that most people, if their kids are around, the kids aren't reading the chat so much. Plus, oh god, I really dislike the term like influencer, but In this case, I think like for a young person, like the person talking, not the person in chat, would have more of an influence on a kid like that, you know. Whereas if they just saw some random garbage in the chat, you know, they might not pick that up as much, and you know, you can never like, there's bad words everywhere in life, you know. There's no way to like protect a kid from ever hearing bad words in life, you know. I don't want people to have to censor themselves unless they are like on call or something. Which even then, you know, there's only so far you could take it to. If people are on call on Discord or whatever, and an F-bomb drops out or whatever, it's not the end of the world. As long as it doesn't get too crazy, you know. Kids can't read, right? Yeah, something like that. Yo, BG, do you think it's possible to get Proxima with only 7 teams in the beginner's bracket? In the beginner's bracket, yeah, 7 teams is decent for the beginner's bracket. I don't know what she goes for, though. You'd probably have to play quite a bit to get her, but... Or wait, no, she's not the basic champion, though, right? She's the featured. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the... Holy crap. Anna's skinned? Oh, man. I already messed up your name. I already messed up your name, but you said over $100. Wow. Is that NS kind? Oh, man. I don't know. I'm so sorry for messing up your name, but wow, that is very, very generous of you to send over $100 like that. Holy crap. Thank you so much. Just saying, some love, BG. That is more than some love. That is a lot of love right there. Wow. Thank you. If you feel free to correct me on the name in the chat. But wow, thank you, really. So BG as a kid, you can't read. I consider myself a kid, yeah. I consider myself a kid. Hector, what's your last? Yeah, okay, hated that. In one game I played, basically the thief class had extra mobility and eventually gave every class an extra jump / boost skill. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's not like they did it in the name of or for the sake of balance, right? They gave everyone everything, and at first people loved it, man. This is what it's what people asked for. But sometimes you got to be careful what you wish for when it comes to games, because seriously, a lot of people stopped playing the game once it felt like every class got all of the abilities and there was no class identity anymore. It was just, you know, certain classes had like these abilities where every 3 minutes you could have some insanely powerful thing. They gave it to everybody. Every class could resurrect, and they gave it to everybody. BG, how do you stay so relaxed? I don't know. It's just kind of how I am. Even when I am going to be possibly, because I haven't decided on it for sure yet, but if I do play some of these frustrating games over on Twitch, I might freak out for a second, but then I go back to being relaxed. I guess the way I see it is there's not much in this world, especially when it comes to gaming, to lose your cool about. There's a lot of crazier things outside of gaming that it's a little bit easier to lose your cool, but even then I generally don't. In your opinion, who is worthy to be awakened in rank 4? Hyperion, Venom the Duck, or Venom? They are all 5-star. It's Cosmic Awakening Gem, thank you. Hyperion for sure. Of those 3, Venom and Venom the Duck just don't need it as much. Hyperion, he doesn't need high sig levels.
I think just awakening him is good enough. I don't even think he needs any 6 stones, but he might need like 5, if anything. But in like Venom the Duck, like it's nice to have the abilities for Venom and Venom the Duck, but you just don't. You don't need it. So definitely happy. That's what I hate about this game too. Class advantage sometimes matters and sometimes not at all. And then class advantage is worse than getting a hard counter of other classes. I kind of understand what you're saying. There are things, like there are definitely things in this game where it does cross the line sometimes in terms of like what certain characters have, in my opinion. Which is kind of another reason why there's like that's a good example of something else too that I kind of get from that history with World of Warcraft, where I don't want these champions to have so many abilities all the time. Like honestly, I don't want Thing to have everything that he has. I don't want Corvus. They shouldn't have in my opinion, they should not have given him shock immunity. Give it to another champion. Let that be their special thing, you know? Corvus' special thing should be the insane damage that he has. He doesn't need the utility stacked on top of it, you know? I also think it might be too late now, and I'm not about to like make a video and try to get Kabam to like take the ability away from him, so don't worry if you're out there with Corvus like most people are. But yeah, that's how I feel. I have to admit, I did swear a blue streak when I pulled my 3rd Mystic Awakening gem. Oof. Pretty sure when Panaman P did the same when he pulled his 5th skill gem. Oh man, yeah. What about Omega Red then? Omega Red, I don't know if there's much that I don't like about Omega Red, to be honest. I think he is countered just by like having to bait specials, anyone with power gain. Like Omega Red is super strong, but I don't know if they went too far with him in terms of immunity. I don't know. I don't know. I'm similar chill to BG, I think. Yeah, I would think so. Pete's pretty chill from the few times that I've met him. But for example, most tech champions suck against Havoc. Best counters are Angela and Venom. You think those are the best counters? I don't know about those being the best counters, but yeah, I don't know. Like I don't always want class advantage to be the counter though. So I think I agree a little bit with what you're saying, Hector, but not entirely. I don't want it to be, because what if all the tech champions were good counters to Havoc? Well, then I feel like that would be Kabam just kind of holding our hands and being like, okay, find the color that beats yellow. You know, like it's good that certain characters have counters that are, you know, you gotta search a little bit and you gotta have like a different class type or something like that. Now, Havoc himself could be considered a problem. I don't know if I like Havoc's design entirely. I'm definitely not saying that. But yeah. Would you Vision kicks the crap out of it? Yeah, well, he definitely does. Howard is a decent counter for Havoc as well. Not many people rank him though. That's true. If only he got the buff, right? Running 4-star basic arena according to your video. You have video on 4-star featured streak. I do not. I'm sorry. I don't have a video on the 4-star featured arena streak. I can give you a little bit of info right now though. So it's generally the same. Like the first like 9 or 10 matches, you could just use like your lowest level champions. From 10 to 15, things get real. It's going to be tough. You pretty much have to use your best champions. You might get the death matches still, depending on how strong your best champions are. Even like the Kang and Thanos teams, when it comes to the higher level arenas, even those can sometimes be pretty tough. Like, they're pretty high level there. But if you use your strongest champions to get to like 15 or so, then things get a little bit easier. You're not officially on the streak at that point. I recommend using your strongest champions until you're on like a streak of 19 or 20. And then from there, the champions that you could use to maintain your streak are rank 4 4 stars or rank 2 5 stars or higher. And you could also mix and match some lower star champions if you bring them in with some higher starred ones. So like 1 rank 5 5 star with 2 rank 3 4 stars would be acceptable too. That was a lot of info, which is generally why I've always wanted a written just format, just a reference for people to turn to. But I hope that helps at least for now. BG, what do you think of Falcon nullifying all evades like Venom does with Spider-Verse characters, and also having him have permanent accuracy buff? IMO, it would stay true to the character. If it was permanent and like you didn't have to do anything to get it, I don't think that's good design. I think that's like Black Widow had that, where no one could invade against Black Widow, and it was just you didn't have to work for it at all. It was up 100% of the time. If that's what you're talking about, I wouldn't like that. Falcon needs work though, and if they wanted to buff him in some way that made him significantly better against evading champions, I'd be all for that. But I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of absolutes in this game. Some of them are okay. What I mean by absolute is like the Black Widow thing, where it was an absolute 100% chance to reduce defensive ability accuracy, or when there was an absolute 100% chance with the right synergies to have perfect block every single time you blocked. And Kabam definitely gets really close to crossing the line, if not has crossed the line, when it comes to champions that have an absolute way of getting a critical hit. I'm not a fan of the guaranteed crit mechanic. I don't. They're like, Kabam is starting to counter it with certain champions, but I don't know if that's the most interesting thing to do, is like to have that and then have a way to counter it. I thought it was a good idea when they introduced diminishing returns, as much as like it's a kind of a frustrating concept of the more you get of something, the less impactful it is. But it's kind of it's healthy for the game, like it's there for a reason, and it feels like Kabam is, you know, they went through all that trouble during 12.0 to introduce it, and it's kind of like went back on it a little bit, and I'm not sure if I like that so much. Of course, there is like some limitations. So let's say Corvus, you know, it's only when his glaive charges are up. It's not absolute every time. Or Ghost, it's only when you can phase. So like it's, I don't know if it's if they've crossed the line or not. Which is why like I'm not, you know, making a huge deal out of it. Now it sounds like I am, because we're talking. This is like the second time I've mentioned Corvus tonight, but I'm not intentionally trying to make a big deal. I'm just using that as like an example of things that I would prefer they stay away from. Heyo, tuning in from the office. Sup, BG Hobbit? What's up, dude? BG, something I've been thinking about. Do you think Kabam should be rebalancing champs every month, like a lot of other mobile RPGs? Marvel fans would not mind, I think, but the RPG people, thoughts? I think almost everyone would mind. I wouldn't mind. I would love that actually, but I think most people, it's a hard sell. It's a real hard sell because balance is not just buffing champions. Balance is also nerfing champions. So good luck trying to convince somebody to do that. It's not like this game in particular. It's real tough to sell any kind of nerf at all. Just because it takes so long, takes so much effort to get characters in this game, whether you're spending money or not, it like doesn't even matter, right? Well, I mean, it matters. You know, of course it matters, but I'm just saying, like, even if you are not spending money, it's still like, think back to our first rank 5s. What if our first rank 5s, how long it took and how long that was like our only rank 5, and then kabam nerfs that champion, and you're like, well, what the hell, dude? This was my one rank 5. It took forever. So yeah, it's a real tough sell. I'm usually more for balance, but in this game, even it's tough, man. I don't think it'd always be healthy for the game. I think occasional, I wouldn't mind like occasional nerfs, but man, yeah, most people, even the occasional nerf, people would absolutely hate. Well, Brian, I'm gonna do what Star is doing. Gotta wake up in 6 hours for that car ride anyway. Bye bye, lover. All right, Demiak, have a good one, and good night, Star too. Did you quit trying to nerf champions you don't have? Yeah, man. Why couldn't King Groot have a guarantee armor break and special one? Did they really think that'd be too much? Okay, well, that would be fine. Certain absolutes are okay. Certain absolutes are okay. Abilities like that are fine. It's certain just certain abilities. Immunities, I think we could do with a little bit fewer immunities in this game, maybe. I don't know about that, actually. I don't know. That one I go back and forth on all the time too. Where I kind of just want to see immunities spread out a little bit more. And yeah, that Corvus one, that's the best example I got. But there are others, you know. What up, BG? I'm about as on time as you usually are. What's up, Con Contempt? How about Thing being immune to all those random things? Shouldn't it be immune to mystics? I'd be fine with that. Yeah, Thing, I feel like he has so many, right? What's up with that? Like, I want Thing, and that's one of the reasons why I want him. And you know, if I get him, I'm gonna rank him up and I'm gonna play him and stuff like that. It's just like I would for any of these champions we're talking about, you know. But if I were in control of like the balance, just have a little bit of a personal preference to do things a little bit differently. But that's the thing about games, is everybody has their own personal preference. There's no way to, like, you know, you don't make a game for one person and what they think is best. You make a game trying to please as many as people as possible. So everybody is kind of making compromises in terms of what they think is best. And that's the way it should be, honestly, you know. I want this game to have a large audience, just like any game that I play. I want to have a large audience. Because that means the game is going to keep going. Don't really need a perfect game, just need a good one that's fun. And generally I like games that are not afraid to take risks. So even like if we step away from MCOC, step away from the MCOC examples for a moment here, and go back to something like WoW, they did a lot of things that I would consider like pretty risky. I just wish that they would be like, well, we tried that and it didn't work. Let's pull back. Let's just take this away. And they have done that in some cases. But just Yeah, not enough. Like, I'll give one more example in that game. They added the ability to fly in that game, which is super cool, right? For the first, like, I don't know how long, like 2 or 3 years or something like that, the game was out. You were stuck on the ground, and you had to walk everywhere or ride a horse or something like that. And they had these things called flight paths where it was like a faster way to get somewhere, but you didn't really control the flying. It was just connecting like one city to another or something. And then in the first expansion, they added the ability to fly, and it's like a major selling point. Like, holy crap, you could fly around the world now? This is awesome. Or so people thought. But then if there's nobody on the ground, and there's also no way to fight in the air, that takes away any threat you have while being in the air. The world doesn't feel dangerous. It doesn't really... Even though you can explore in terms of like visually seeing over the land, it doesn't feel like you're exploring. It doesn't. There's no danger element to it. There's no PvP. There's no like outdoor PvP or anything like that. All that stuff just goes away for this one feature that I think is awesome. But yeah. I know I'm way behind the curve, but I've only got one path left in Variant 1. Finally had the spare time to knock a bunch out. Nice, dude. Unfortunately, it's the Electro and Korg Buffet path. Oof. I think that was my last path, too. That path is pretty brutal. I don't think it's the worst path in there, though. Like, you could definitely handle it. Might just want to stock up some items or something like that. But, yeah, I mean, if you got through the other Korgs, then you'll get through that one. It's just, yeah, it kind of sucks going through that one, but you'll get it. Very nice, dude. BJ would not mind frequent rebalancing. I think what is most frustrating about this game with champs is so many champs have next to no use. Every champ should be useful. As is an IEP game, IMO. I don't know. It's tough because I actually to some extent all the champions do have a use. Even if it's not as big of a use as like in your hands, even if it's just a use as, okay, we need an easier fight in this quest. We need to break up the super difficult nodes. Actually, that path that Cloud and Contempt is on, if I'm not mistaken, I think there's an Expo Dead Force on that path. I could be wrong, but he comes to mind. And that path is a nightmare, but then they throw a champion like that, and you're like, well, okay, I can handle this guy. And he's like just frustrating enough if you can't control his power that he can still get you and everything, but still, it's like an easier fight. Or sometimes the synergies are enough and stuff like that. I do think I do think there was a better way to go about... I think if they added an item system, I think that would fix the whole balancing thing. Maybe not fix it entirely, but I think that would have been a more fun way to do it, where, let's say, instead of us voting on which champion to buff out of the 7 that they gave us, if they just added a batch of like items for these champions first, whereas some other characters, and by items I mean like, you know, gear, as most people call it, and that would be like the way to buff it. But you know, of course, people, you know, in that case, people would scream money grab like they did when there was like first talks about it and stuff like that, even though I think that's super fun, man. I really like starting with nothing and like, I don't know, just building my way up. And if they add another way of progression, Oh Jesus, here we go with this, the gear speech again. Yeah, I know. Talked about it plenty in the past. I think it'd be cool though, man. I wonder if there was like a vote back then of how many people would be into it. If that vote would change today based on like, well, that slows the need down. That slows the need of, you know, maybe we wouldn't be at 6-star champions right now, or you know, it'd slow the process of 6 stars. So that 7 stars would be much further away or something. You can make garbage champs at least interesting. I think they can make them more than interesting. You know, talking about items that would essentially increase their stats, and the video that I made on it, the highest rarity of item for a character would essentially be an awaken ability. It would be on par with an awaken ability in terms of power. So, I mean, imagine adding another awaken ability to Kamala Khan. And you can make it whatever you want. And okay, so now maybe instead of just having her and having her awakened, now you also need this other thing to make her useful. Which is a lot to ask for. But I think that's a good thing. I don't think everything should be so easily attainable. And there always would be champions that all you need to do is get them. Or you don't even need to awaken them. And it would make the people who originally got unlucky with this champion now feel good about it. And it would be like an exclusive thing for them. Here would have been a lot better than Unique Synergies IMO. I think so too. I think so too. Unique Synergies, I would say they added a fun element to the game. I don't think it was like all bad or anything, but I do think here would have been better. Like honestly, with the amount of money Kabam has, hire one game developer, one junior, even who is just reworking useless champs. Really don't see what the issue is on this besides Kabam's incompetence. I don't know, man. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. It's... I think as of late, the reworks they're doing have been fine. What I do think though is that certain characters, it does just feel like a little tweak. They don't need a full rework, and if they just did that for those champions, I would like to see that more. BG, I love Lola Shark. What's up, dude? But like about like hiring some. First off, I'm sure they have hired people. I feel like they've already done that, but it gets dicey when you throw too many people in there. And maybe it's like not, I don't know. I don't know the right way to say it. I don't know the right way to say it. But like if you throw, like if you just throw another person, another body at the problem, you know, maybe it doesn't come out as high quality as the other ones. The balance could be off. I mean, yeah, there's testing that could help there and stuff, but does that introduce more bugs? I don't know. Too many chefs in the kitchen? Yeah, something like that. Hype for Cool Obsidian. What's up, KT? Yeah, man, he looks sick. He looks super sick. Can we talk about the Electra versus Ebony Maw? Pretty interesting. I didn't even think about that for her guaranteed crit thing against Ebony Maw. which I guess means you'd have to get to a special 3, right? Or else you're screwed. I want to see Ebony Maw on, or no, I want to see Electra on defense, and somebody go in there with Ebony Maw below 25% health and just stand there for 3 minutes and time out without throwing a single punch. It's not just design, it's engineering. Yeah, that is a good point too. I just got a 3 thing. Is that good or no? A 3-star thing? Yeah, Thing's a great champion. He might be... I don't know how helpful he's going to be as like to a newer player. He'll still be good and all, but it's can be maybe a little bit difficult to get like the maximum effect out. I don't know the right way to say it. Brian, professional YouTuber, Grant 2019. Hey man, I've never claimed to be good with words. All right. There's a lot of things that I wish I could express more clearly. A lot of things. I think here would give a huge amount of offensive diversity. I think so too. I also think that would be a good way to incorporate immunities a little bit better, or like resistances, even if it wasn't a full-on immunity, where okay, now you're deciding between now you're deciding between putting on an item that's going to make your character stronger, or putting on an item that's going to give you that little bit of utility. And you have to decide, right? You have to make a decision. It's not just, okay, we're automatically going to throw all of the abilities into this character at once just because it makes sense because he's made out of rock or something like that, you know? They could do things like that, and also it's not as rushed. Because I think part of the problem with the characters is, you know, they design the characters and they come out and maybe they're not sure exactly how strong they're going to be. You know, like they test them as much as they can, I'm sure, right? But they do have a very ambitious schedule when it comes to releasing characters, so there's only so much they can do. I'm sure they've released characters in the past where they were like, oh damn. You know, if we can go back in time, maybe we would not have made this character quite as strong. And in some cases, maybe make this character stronger, right? So this is a way to kind of get those characters out in the open, out in the player's hands. I'm going to die. Yep, there's no way. Get the characters out there, and then be like, okay. You know, the character's not performing as well as we would have liked. Maybe we'll throw this out. Like, we know exactly how much stronger the character needs to be. Let's throw this item at them. But a lot of people really would, like they did in the past, say that it was a thing just for money. Which, like, yeah, Kabam would find a way to monetize it pretty easily. But you could say the same thing about like any feature in this game, and it could still be a good feature. Just because the Kabam could make some money on it doesn't mean like it shouldn't be added or something. Like, they make money off of every new character they add to the game, you know? Does that mean they shouldn't add any more new characters? Would you rank up BG 5-star Symbiote Supreme or Thing? Oh, I would definitely go Thing. I think Symbiote Supreme's really cool, and it depends on the situation of who's going to be better and more useful to your roster and stuff like that. So don't take my answer as like an absolute that's what you should do type of answer. But I do think Thing overall is more useful between the two. If you need a high-level Mystic, really good when it comes to controlling abilities with those staggers, especially when Awaken and stuff, that could certainly be your answer right there. But I much prefer Thing between the two. Energy jump is so tedious. Kabam should just let you auto fight a whole path till you get to a fork in the road instead of doing one fight at a time. Oh, I'd love something like that, man. I think it'd be cool. I actually think the way auto fight, I don't know. I haven't really thought this through fully to see if like maybe there's some problems with this, because this would be a big change. But I think the best type of auto fight would be if you could send your champions off on like their own mission, where you just pick the entire path. You know, you start the quest and it like highlights different paths, and you just like click on them or something to highlight it, and then you just send them off. You send them off on their own mission. It takes them time. It's not instantaneous that you get through it, you know. Depending on the amount of energy required, maybe it'll take them like 4 hours to complete it, so it would be faster if you wanted to manually do it, but I think it'd be fun, man. I think it'd be fun to do that. DG, you don't know, your words are absolute. Your kids' role models. Yeah, man, role model for the kids. You're right, dude. You're right. Totally right. I started a new second account a few days ago. I'm looking for lines for it. I have line up. Please hit me up. If you want to put into the chat a little bit more about you, like what star level your champions are and stuff like that, could help. Certainly welcome to throw something like that in the chat, as long as it's not like spamming. Yes, I'd love that, being able to do your own thing while still finding it be great. Yeah, I would love that idea. That would not be like an easy implementation, though. I don't think. And like I said, it could have other negative effects to it. It could certainly have other negative effects to it, but I wouldn't really enjoy it. BG, what champs do you think need a synergy buff? Do you mean like buffing their synergies, or just they need a unique synergy and that's all they really need for them to be good? There's a lot of champions that could use both. You know, Old Man Logan was on the list of champions that people were voting on, and he's not that bad if they just gave him some type of unique synergy. And there's certainly characters that he's connected to where, you know, if they just kind of added something for him. It would have to be a very powerful one. Like, I'm not saying he's, you know, close to being a champion that would break into like the most popular list of champions or anything like that, but you know, like that steady regen that he has and the ability to shrug off bleeds faster and everything. You know, I never really liked where is it? Each time Logan loses 10% of his max health, if the opponent uses a special attack against him, he gains a charge of pacifism and has a 10% chance 10% chance per charge to snap and go berserk. What if those just didn't disappear? I don't know. I don't know if that's too strong or not. But what if his pacifisms, when they were used, like, they just never went away? So eventually, every time the enemy used a special, he was just popping like you know, like every single time his buffs would reactivate, and eventually they'd stack up to the point where, yeah, you've got like 20 fury buffs, 20 cruelty buffs, something like that. Could be a nightmare if you're going up against Mystic Dispersion, all those buffs expiring. Or I guess like using a Mystic Champion against him. I mean, that'd probably be OP or something. I don't know. Probably wouldn't be good for the game. BG is the best champion to bring into the fight with the Collector. It's kind of just depends on who you have. There's a few decent counters to the guy. There's no like super ultimate collector counter. Stark Spidey is someone I recommend a lot because he has the auto evade and he hits pretty hard right off the bat, especially if you have the blade synergy to start him off with 3 poise charges. He's usually someone I recommend. Alright, let's go pop some crystals though. Old Man Logan and Wolverine synergy would be awesome. They have even met each other in the comics. Both the same person but different universe or reality. They have a synergy. 155 crit rating. But yeah, I know what you mean. Something a little bit better. GG, good chats. Alright, I'm out for tonight. Good night. Alright, have a good night, dude. Have a good night. What characters do you want added to the game? I don't know much about the Marvel Universe. Most of the characters that I know, they already exist. So I'm going to say Jubilee, just because she's someone that is in the Marvel Universe that I know, and she's not in the game yet. But yeah, man. I'm kind of the wrong person to ask something like that, just because my knowledge really is pretty weak about Marvel. Hey BG, I've just pulled thing. I'm so lucky. Nice. You are very lucky. Congrats. Heimdall, if you have him for that collector team. Ooh, Heimdall could be good. Yeah. When I did 100% of collector, my Corvus was a beast. Yeah, there you go. A buffed up Corvus. Get some good hits in before he goes down. Okay, tons of units and gold. Mystique would be a damn good addition to this game. Yeah, Mystique could be cool. Kabam's mentioned in the past that there's like some technical limitations that they have to get around for Mystique. So if they ever figure that out. Hi BG, I have 2 4-stars right now, and I'll be getting 2 more tonight. Level 28, looking for alliance. Okay, let's see, looking for alliance special. This is a second account, done Labyrinth on main account. Okay. Alright, well, if anybody's looking, there's someone in the chat. Alright, I am getting out of here for the night, guys. But I want to once again say a huge thank you. I tried to look in the chat a little bit. I don't think I was ever corrected on the name, on how to pronounce it. Let me do a little search real quick just in case I skimmed over it. No, I don't think so. If you heard that ding, that was me. So yeah, maybe I'll just say Anna, and we'll leave it at that, just so I don't embarrass myself again. But thank you so much, seriously, for the super generous donation. And thank you to everyone else that sent over a little something too. It is very much appreciated, guys. Please tell Lola I love her. Okay, all right, will do. Will do. Oh man, I just realized there would have been something. We could have added on something to this discussion tonight that I totally forgot about. That we'll have to save for another night now. But in regards to like the rebalancing of champions and stuff, like buffs and nerfs and all that, I think it would have been interesting to get people's opinions on if they rather see the game evolve that way, where there's more buffs and nerfs, or just kind of this steady power creep that we have, where maybe it would be a little bit less of a power creep if there was more rebalancing going on. So it would kind of hurt because sometimes the champion you'd like would get nerfed, but it would also make it so that all of your other champions stayed a little bit more in line with the overall power of like the newer champions being released. So it's kind of like pick your poison. Both have their upsides and downsides, you know. But anyway, too late for tonight. I will see you all tomorrow. Good night, everybody. And that BG, wish me luck on the path tomorrow. All right, dude, you're gonna kill it. Good night, man. If I see you tomorrow, I know you're gonna tell me you're 100% it. But all right, good night, guys.